Very good afternoon to you, RDU listeners. 8 minutes past 2 here on 98.5 FM, Monday the 6th of May. I hope you're keeping dry in this horrific weather. Something to cheer you all now, though. We are joined, very lucky to be joined in the studio by Laon. And I've got Hong here on the mic first. Hello.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh, no, thank you for having us.
Yep, for sure. These guys have got their single release party happening on the 17th of this month at the Irish, and we're very lucky to be able to play you the track today, this afternoon, tonight. And then talk a little bit about the band, how they came to be, and what we can expect to see from them on the 17th. So tell us a little bit about your background. You guys have recently changed up the lineup from a 4 to a 3. So tell us how it came about. You formed here in Christchurch in 2010, is that right?
Yeah, that was like a long time ago, like 3 years ago, I guess. I met a few people at jazz school, and I wanted to do like a rock and roll, like old school rock band. This blues on bass. I mean blues, based on blues. Mm-hmm. And I just sort of wanted to change the lineup because of the dynamic of the sound. Like we're sort of like too intense with the 4-piece, with the like quite hard drummer. Was like I just wanted to have more dynamic to it. Mm-hmm. So we bring the volume down a little bit and just jam around with the groove and just those sort of things. And I thought like a trio, like a 3-piece band would be perfect for that. So I sort of changed it, and Seb, who used to be the guitarist in the Laon, he switched over to drums.
Amazing.
He's doing his thing really well, and we got this new bass player, Clem. Well, not new anymore, but yeah, Klemens Cathcart. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
So did it kind of a lot of your sound come from a sort of just trying things out, just jamming and improvising and working with it that way?
We love that way because it's way more natural that way, and it's sort of like having a conversation between your friends. You don't you sort of prepare what you're gonna say, but also you improvise,
and it can go in different directions.
Yeah, and in that way I think the sound carries more emotion and feelings.
Absolutely. So the lineup you've got now, you play Keytar and vocals, is that right?
Yeah, I play Keytar and sing. But one day I would love to play some keyboards and maybe expand the band. But for now it's good like this. Yeah.
Having the 3-piece.
Yeah.
And then you bassist and drums. So no guitar in the band. How does that kind of? That's probably quite complementary to the sound you're trying to invoke, or do you find that sometimes it'd be nice to have it a bit louder, a bit fuller?
Yeah. For now it's good because I can sort of focus on this instrument. Because I'm still studying on it, and I'm still, trying to find new sounds on this instrument. Mm-hmm. But I still can hear like some layers, like that guitar or another keyboard could do. But that could be done later in the future, I guess.
So what sort of things inspire you?
Like 60s music, like Jimi Hendrix, Jefferson Airplane.
I wish you guys could see Hong right now. It is like Jimi Hendrix is sitting in the studio. It's quite amazing. So that whole style of music, and obviously we were just talking about before, Hong, you're from South Korea.
Yeah.
And there is a conscription law in your country which would dictate that at the end of this year you would have to fight in the war that's happening over there. Tell us about that. Does that influence your music?
Of course. Like everything inspired me in that, inspire my music, because I always my brain or my body is like it's channeling into the universe and trying to pick up, emotions or feeling and music and sound, and and it go through our bodies and make it into a song. So it's not just me who write a song, but the universe itself, and the world. So that just inspires me a lot, because everyone knows and talks about what's going on between North and South Korea these days, with that new leader named Kim Jong-un. And there's just so much things going on that I don't want to even think about, because it's so brutal. Like so many people like dying for hunger, or they are not living well. And even people in South Korea, even though they seem like they live in a good place, but to me, like when I see that country, people work too much, and it's sort of like a different world, and I'm sort of like against the war and fight or violence, you know. So therefore, I don't really want to join the army either. But you know, other people, all the other Korean people do. So it's sort of like if I refuse to join, then I'll end up in jail, you know, which I disagree with. Like, you know, you can have your own opinion about the war or the army, but I don't know, like, I'll just play music and see what happens. If I have to go back, then whatever. Like, but yeah.
We had a whisper from Sebastian and their wife, if anyone would like to marry Hong so he can stay here and not fight and continue to play awesome 60s blues music, then that would be fantastic. Text us in. Let us know. Save him. But I mean, in all seriousness, though, that is a horrific sort of concept that you would have to face, something like that. I mean, your family are in South Korea?
Yeah, they're in South Korea. Yeah.
They don't want you to come back, I'm sure. They
don't want to, yeah, because they know I'm enjoying this life, you know. Yeah. They don't want me to break this up and, you know, be unhappy. Well, I will still try to be happy in the army if I go.
Still be singing your songs and playing there.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick with the present. What is happening right now is that you are here and you're able to play with the Laon, and you're going to be releasing your single on the 17th, which I think we're going to play now, and then we're going to play another track of yours later on. We're going to speak to Sebastian and Clem. Yeah. So you are listening to RDU 98.5 FM, sitting here with the three members of Laon. Very lucky to have them here in the studio. They are playing their single release party at the Irish on the 17th of May. More details coming up about that now. But we are going to play you their single, Three Stones in Paisley, before we catch up with Sebastian and Clem. This is Three Stones of Paisley. This is Laon.
So why don't you rock and roll with us? Yeah, let's roll ourselves. 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 Let's roll
Heard their first single from Laon getting released at the Irishman, I've been informed. not the Irish in Littleton, the Irishman, which is down in, it's off Colombo Street. Well, you go along Tuam, or no, St Asaph. So kind of behind where the bus stop, bus central location is on Tuam. If you head down one block, the Irishman is there. It's got big Irish flag outside. So we're joined now by Sebastian. How are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty cold, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty chilly day out there, I must say. So now you used to play the guitar in the original four-piece, and you now have moved to drums.
I have.
Are you just multi-talented, or did you have to kind of, was that a big step to shift
No,
instrument?
I've been playing drums for as long as guitar, and I was originally hired on guitar, but after a drummer left, we were like, well, we're going to keep this thing going, so I just, sold my pedal board and bought some new cymbals, and that was it.
Amazing. Yeah. So how did you find that shift? Was it...
It was exhilarating at first, because it was like, wow, I got to play drums a lot better than I had to used to.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was actually really fun playing the same songs, but from a different instrument point of view.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a trip. And now I've settled into it, so it's, it's been about a year or just under a year.
Cool.
So,
Did you ever have times when you were playing the guitar, when you were having a jam session or at a gig, where you would be listening to the drums going, I would have done that differently, and now you get the chance to do it your way?
Well, I don't think I thought that at the time, because I was probably just totally immersed in my guitar. But I do things differently to the old drummer. I don't want to copy what he used to do. So
yeah.
Well,
Exciting.
we sort of had that idea of focusing on the groove.
Yeah, we kind of changed up our kind of how we go about playing it. We're more groove orientated now. I think we try and pull things back a bit, not go too fast, and trying to jam a bit more, I guess. And with the three people now, it's a lot easier. There's more room to jam.
Cool. So is this quite a different sound from what you had, say, when you won the Uni Battle of the Bands in 2011?
Yeah, it is quite a lot different. As I said, it's a lot more open, more improvisational.
Good work. Yeah, awesome. So how was that? How was the competition? Who else were you up against back then?
Lupus Lunar.
Know those guys.
Hellhounds, I was actually in the Hellhounds, and
you were.
So I bet myself.
Nice work.
So bastards. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I guess. So what have you been doing within that period from here till now to the single release?
We've been working on a new sound. We've been recording the single, which took a while, and we actually did that live in the studio, which was quite fun.
You did that at Angels Gate?
Yep, Angels Gate Studios. Awesome. And in Christchurch here. We had a great time doing that.
Good process.
Yeah, it was real cool. We just did it live and just overdub vocals basically, and tried to keep that live feel. Did
it change much from when you started? If you were doing it live like that, did you find that when you were playing there would be bits that would come in that you didn't expect, and so the end result was a recording quite different from what you first thought you would have?
Not really, because we'd been rehearsing for the recording, so we just kind of... I think Hong changed a few things up on the day. But we went with it. So
cool.
Actually halfway through a take we changed something. Remember, Nation?
Yeah, we had a few changes last minute, but roughly it was the same. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we just had this picture of what we are gonna do. So we sort of recorded at home, and just thinking about what layers we could put on, for example, whale noises in nature. You could find maybe whale noises.
Awesome.
Or you could maybe call it ghost noise. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But those things, you just keep thinking about what layers you could put. It's like painting, man. it's really fun.
Awesome. So Nate, yeah, because you've got this single that you're releasing is 2 tracks. Your original piece that we've just played, Three Stones in Paisley, and then Nature, which is a Kiwi classic.
Nature, yeah, done by The Formula by Wayne Mason, which I sing, and I used to sing it in my old band ages ago, and it's a crowd favourite. And we just played Feastock in Dunedin, and they loved it.
How was that?
They were getting into Nature like crazy. It was the best gig I've ever played. I don't know about you guys, but like,
absolutely.
it was just packed with Dunedin types. I don't know, like they're just really friendly down there, and
I just love the vibe there, like just young vibe, really energetic.
It's a very spiritual place, I reckon, for gigs Dunedin. There's definitely, and in a festival environment, it totally kind of is a real sense of community. It's really awesome playing, I would imagine. Well, I've been to enough gigs, never played, but been to enough down there to know that it's quite special.
And the setup there, the big stage, and left or right to backyard. It was great.
Amazing.
Special moment.
Yeah, it was quite amazing to watch this amazing stage and all these bands, and all of a sudden look to your left and there's a house there. It was quite unbelievable. It was amazing.
So who else did you see at Feastock that you were impressed by, that maybe inspired the band? Or
So many bands, man, like
Left to right, Brown.
Yeah, Left to Right, Brown, the Main Coons.
The Main Coons, they're great.
And the Foo King. So many bands. Lizard and Lizard.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
And what was that first act we saw? The guitarist and
Blues, Ralph Bennett.
Oh, Ralph.
Ralph.
Ralph Bennett. Yeah, he's great.
It sort of reminded me of a like small version of Woodstock. Like,
yeah.
It's a vibe of it.
And
his people. And he played. What song was that? Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, by
Rich Haynes?
Rich.
Haynes?
It's pretty sure.
The guy with no teeth. He's on the Woodstock. He's on the Woodstock
just watch
DVD.
Woodstock. It's good for you.
So what can audiences expect on the 17th? You're playing down at Irishman. It's your single release. So you're going to be supported by Nick Stomping.
Stomping Nick. He's a one-man blues apocalypse. How does he put it? He's a great.
I know he's a big favourite on the playlist. Our listeners will know all about Stomping Nick.
Okay, and I Am You, which is a great band. Our good friends. They're just totally different. They're like prog, rock and roll, groove.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and they've got a great lead singer, Maddie, who's a classic lead singer. He's awesome. And we've got belly dancing as well.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be a pretty eclectic night.
That is quite an eclectic lineup, hearing your music and knowing what Stomping Nick's like, and then hearing prog rock with belly dancing.
With belly dancing,
Seems to kind of encompass your spirit. That's good. And you'll be selling CDs. You'll be selling CDs on the night for the single.
Yes, we'll be selling our new single and T-shirts.
And having a rip-roaring time. And it's only $5 on the door, listeners. This is happening 8 p.m. at the Irishman, which is 177 St Asaph Street. And we'll put a link up to the event on the RDU Facebook page, Friday the 17th of May.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So we're going to play Nature now, which is the second track on the single release. This is their cover. We just played you before Three Stones in Paisley, which is the debut single. Not debut, but new single.
It is our debut single.
It is debut single.
And an interesting point about Nature, see if you can spot the curse word. I'll give you $5 if you can tell me where it occurs.
Excellent. Thank you so much to the Laon, Sebastian, Clem and Hong for coming in to join us this afternoon. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best. Head down on the 17th of May, the Irishman, to check these guys out. This is their cover of Nature. You're listening to RDU 98.5 FM.
Through falling leaves I pick